Question number 6, we're solving the inequality involving an absolute value. And then we're going to write the final answer in interval notation. So what we have is the absolute value of 5x minus 1, and that's greater than 9. So the goal is to always isolate the absolute value, and so it's already isolated on the left-hand side. So then we have to use the definition of when we have the absolute value of an expression called x and when it is greater than a value c. When that happens, we end up getting the definition of the following. We get x, which is less than negative c, or x is greater than positive c. So in step number 2, we're going to have two inequality expressions. The first one is 5x minus 1, which is less than negative 9, or we have 5x minus 1, which is greater than positive 9. So again, we want to make sure that we're following the definition, so we're removing the absolute value bars in step 2 and solving each inequality separately. So we're going to add 1 to both sides on that inequality. So we're going to get 5x, which is less than negative 8. And over here, we're going to add 1 to both sides. So we're going to get 5x, which is greater than 10. In the next step, we're going to divide both sides by 5. So we get x, which is less than negative 8/5. Or here, we divide both sides by 5, and x is going to be greater than 2. So now what we want to do is we want to graph this on the number line so we can figure out what this interval notation is going to look like. So we know that we have a number here at negative 8/5, and we know that we have another number that we need to plot on our graph, which is 2. So when we look at the first inequality, that means it's going to be less than negative 8/5. So that means we're going to have parentheses, and it's going towards negative infinity. And then x is greater than 2 is going to have parentheses going towards positive infinity. So this means we're going to have two inequalities combined. So starting from the left, we have negative infinity going to negative 8/5 according to our number line, and then union 2 to positive infinity.